Hello, 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 divine ones. Welcome. Today, the guides are going to be sharing a quick activation, and they say this is activating joy. Korosei chikarasa. Now they say, dear ones, korosei chikarasa kara. Joy is your natural state. Koroso chikarasa. So we don't really need to activate it per se. Koroso chikarasa, because it's who you are. And it is the remembrance that you are this. We see that right now on this earth, plane, that things are being taken very seriously. And you are forgetting to go out and play. To enjoy. Part of an earth experience or human experience is enjoying without attachment, but enjoying nonetheless. This is all a grand adventure. And we wish to remind you to relax and enjoy and be in joy. Be in joy. Be joy, because this is what you are. Your heart, our heart, one heart beat. If you wish to harmonize energy with us, let us do this together now. You say yes and we say yes. And together we create the vibrational frequency of joy. Pure joy. It's like run free in the grass. Wherever you are, if you have no grass, dear one, enjoy where you are, what lays before you, because if you resist what is before you, and you see what is before you as great tragedy, you are in the vibrational frequency of great tragedy. And we say that the things that are happening upon your earth and that will continue upon your earth are very similar to, as we have said in our other messages, looking under the bed and cleaning out the closets must be done. So you might see some turbulence and things that are happening that feel like you must take action. And you might think the last action you need to take is joy. You need to take an action, a very serious action, to what is happening here in the collective and around the world. They're showing me like different events. And I don't share, like they'll show this to me. When I'm looking off into the distance, I'm just looking at a blank wall. And in looking at the blank wall, I'm seeing like information on that, like almost like a movie screen, or I'm looking at the blank wall and I'm seeing the information like in my mind's eye. So they're showing me like a scene, or they're showing me different things here, I guess, in space on the wall. They just kind of show it to me, and I don't tend to share a lot of what they're showing me in terms of what's going on in the world or in the collective, because this is not like a news broadcast, and I don't want to say anything that people feel fearful about, because they're showing me. And they also tell me at the same time that it's not something to be feared. It is just something that is happening, and it's a necessary part of our evolution. And they say, it's not necessarily a necessary part of our evolution. We could have done this a lot easier. But it is a necessity in some ways, because everything that has been hidden for so long, and the way that we've done stuff to the earth and the climate, and our food and the water sources, has to be reckoned, what they called reckoned before, reconciled. And so they say, that this is happening, and will continue to happen in years to come. And even though this is happening and it seems very serious, if you see it through your personality perspective, then it will seem very serious. However, this is why it is of the utmost importance, and we continue to bring the messages that guide you back inwards and guide you back home, to knowing the truth of who you are, to knowing the truth of what you are and what all is, which is this oneness, is one vibrational frequency or one source or one light, one, and within this one, there is no such seriousness here. And to persevere through the coming times, you must connect with joy, and joy is what will bring you through. So the truth of who you are is what will bring you through. We're not asking you to put up on a party hat and dance in the middle of war and bombs. And we're not asking you to sugarcoat it. We are asking you to be present and witness or realize. And there is an aspect of you that is the true you that witnesses this world without attachment to it, that can enjoy this world without being attached to it. There is an aspect of self that can witness without getting caught up in a storyline, that can witness a sensation in the physical body. Like a pain or sadness, can witness a sensation in the physical body without without attachment to it, and without saying this is me, this pain is me. You know yourself as not the pain, as not the human experience. You know yourself as beyond the human experience. However, you're using the human experience as a vehicle. The human experience is a vehicle. You see, joy is of the utmost importance because it is who you are. And when you recognize that you are not the vehicle, and that the vehicle has many feelings and events or experiences as part of being human, and you are the one that witnesses the experiences. Not only are you the one that witnesses the experiences, you are the one that witnesses the vastness, the emptiness, that is also here. So there's all these experiences, and then there's also this vastness, this emptiness, and it's beautiful. And it is like a source or one mind or one consciousness, or one light. Is one. And this one is a one and the same as the witness that witnesses life. Witnesses this and knows itself as this and not as the physical body. Yet has a deep reverence for this physicality, you see, and the joy flows through. This is like the sort of the highest way, if you would, like vibrationally. But from like a human perspective, you are trying to create joy all the time. By getting your favorite ice cream or movie or a tablet or electronics. It is all the many ways you could try to create joy. Some of those ways are through substances, even like a pornography. And there's lots of ways you try to create joy, and we're not going to tiptoe around it. We speak straight up. Like they're saying like straight shooters, and like straight up. Like let's be real. These are the ways that human tries to create joy. But there is a deep joy that's here that does not need to be created. It only needs to be realized. Once realized, you spring forth joy into this physical plane. And this joy is what is going to get you through. Anasakarasa, this truth, this divinity, this joy, this peace that resides here is what's going to get you through the coming times. Iokoroso, they're here now. Nikoroso, they're showing me. Anakarasai chikoro tushinokorosi, anakarasai, anasai, and they're showing it to me, and they're showing it to me like now and future. Inakoroso chiamakarasata. Okay. Nisi okorosochi amakarasate karasa. And you don't, again, need to fear it. Karasot karasai, karasai, chikorosai, karasa. They say, karasa, connect with the joy that you are in a karasa and bring it through. Anikarasa, and also in the connecting with this, you know. So you know, internal knowing. So when you see the sights in front of you, they are not through the distorted pop bottle lens that contains fear. Ikarasa, you can see them in a clarity, and a koroso that doesn't contain fear. So you can see things that seem like now would be fearful, don't contain the same fear. When you step into this, or you realize this, you connect with this and realize this truth of who you are. You don't have, you can look at something and you can feel at peace with it, even if it looks like chaos on the outside, in you, and you, in you, and you, and as you, you know, it is part of just the whole plan. If you'd like to call it this, we'll call it this for today to give you like a concept, is like part of the whole plan. And what you deem to be very bad. We don't disagree with your feelings, but we do say that just because you view it as bad or negative doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. It might be like a stepping stone. Sometimes you're trying to cross the river, and in trying to cross the river, you're stepping across many stones. And as you are stepping one after the other, you might get to one that seems very wobbly. And you think, oh, this is a very dire situation for me, a very bad situation indeed. And as you wobble and wobble and wobble on the stone, eventually you realize that you have these like core muscles that stabilize you. And then you're like, oh, okay, now I have the stability. So I know if I meet this wobbly rock or something else ahead, I know how to deal with it because I found my core muscles. I realize the stability here. Well, this stability is you. You are the stability, not the personality self, the truth of who you are. This is the stability that you are going to bring into the coming times, and you are going to be, is going to be required. Like you need to bring it to the coming times. And this feeling of joy and this feeling of like innocence. So what they're saying and showing me now is that like, everything has become so serious, so particularly like for a while, but particularly like through the pandemic, and now is like so so many people are so serious. And what is this feeling? It's serious, but also just so focused on the lack, like and a little bit of a desperation, like desperately wanting to make an internal connection with themselves, or an internal connection with the guides, or their guides, or the guides are all one. So the way I experience this is all one. So my guides, your guides, it's all guides. And yeah, like you know, you might be desperately, they're showing this to me, like people are desperately trying to like connect with their guides or with guidance. And they feel like lost, but they're showing me like this, blink of an eye, it's a program. This feeling of feeling like you can't connect is like a program that is just a thought that isn't true. And you might think, yes, it's very true, but like anything else that's temporary, it's a temporary thought. And when you see it as a temporary thought, you can then say, oh, this is a temporary thought. And let it like a cloud pass by so you can see the clear blue sky, and know that yes, in this very moment you can connect. You have the ability to connect, And iokorasa, if you wish to, they're saying sit down, iokoroso chikara tokarase tikarasa, and go in iokorasa chikarasa, you can. Inikarasa chikoro tikarasa chikoro te meanasa karoto. So, and iokorasa chikara, within this, hayakoroso chiakarasa, there is a wisdom, iokorasa chikarasa, which you can tap into right now. It is almost like a pattern or a, what's the right word for this? It's not a pattern. It's a, yes, it is a pattern, they say. And also it is like a groove. You have just not trusted yourself and not believed that that you can connect with your guides or connect with yourself or your higher self. Or not had faith in your abilities. And they say that this is not true. They say it's just a thought. It's just a belief that you believe that you can't connect. You believe that you can't get the information from your guides. And they say it's just like a thought on repeat, like a record spinning with a skip in it, over and over again. And you can turn this off. And turn your energy in another direction, inwards, because you can. And if you couldn't, we wouldn't be able to bring this message to you. We can bring this message to you, and because you can. That's why. If you couldn't, we couldn't. You see, but we can, and you can. So when you can connect into this, you can experience peace and joy, and a clear knowing, which is what's going to be required for your times ahead. So now let's harmonize again, and activate. You say yes and we say yes, your heart, our heart, one heartbeat. And how they're showing this to me is from my heart. It's like all these beautiful like strings that are just like going out like to you, and let us activate joy. It's the remembrance of joy. Go on the swing. Go down the slide. Run in the grass. The somersaults. Have the fun. This is one level. And on the other level, no. The truth of who you are. In which there is a deep peace and a deep joy. Because you cannot take everything so seriously. It is not good for your energy. Is keeping you very dense. And skipping ropes and bubbles and a swimming pool. Have fun. Okay. Activate or joy. The remembrance of joy. Which is your true state. So she we ni tro mai nai karote me ashai. Yekrar brai, niktiri gritchi de uritia sai, kote ana shukia, lai turuke, nai shuatai, shuamai, kote shiwai, te re, shi ala, noktre, shiktre, braktai sone, rekti shikro, brakti shoktine, akti shoktino, shokti brekti show. Laikano so tikine se, siktine a, saktini show, lektine, maktini, shoktini, shiktini, shiktini, shaktini, shoktini, shiktini, shaktini show. Hiesukure bre 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 su. Huasoebre shishanaka sayukotia shaila kanatoriki shai shu 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 niktia pruktia shai karutiki Asana sho na bra sani kia la ta ni si du chia bra ne si kia joy anatikira break tina swe tikina wasai sho wasai sho na shai lai kana sho Yamasho na tre bre na sa tukre brek che amara mrate brek te shone ke aprakta shana korata she le tere makata she ek tene wakta sho wakta ne shiki abrakta sho na shiala sho and they hug now. So if you'd like to hug them, you can hug them back. Or connect with them in any way that feels authentic for you as a way to connect. And they're sending love. So much love. So beautiful. Shiloh, Nasho, Niaisho. My show Niti awata kana sikete show lighty dishi a show wasana show Anisia kata sa so atikia sakara so and they're sending love Huasai tikere bre show tia sakere te se na wata so siakata so Ana Sotia Marata Sia Karasa Takiasa, dear ones, Karasa, Takarasa. We are so grateful in Karasa for the opportunity to connect with you. And Isikoroso Tiashkarasa and Iakoroso to connect with you through what you would call these coming times. Iokoroso Chikarasa, as you understand time. Iokorosa, for us it is always now. Iokorosa Chikarasa will always be now. But we say this for you, Ayasakara, through these coming times. That you know the truth of who you are and you remember the pure joy that you are and you share that joy. Is so important to share that joy. It is not sugarcoating. Is not trying to make someone else be happy. It is in your own joy resonance that it broadcasts out from you to everyone else. You don't realize how important you are and how important your joy is, and how important it is for you to know the truth of who you are, and to not believe everything the small self tells you, and because the divine aspect of you and the divine that is you and as you, knows what needs to be known, and you can have faith in that. You are very powerful and very joyful and very peaceful. And so it is, and so shall it ever be, and so shall it ever be, so has it ever been. So has it ever been, so shall it ever be, and so it is. Okay, anatai shikaro. Okay, thank you so much to the guides for sharing in this transmission today, which was so joyful. I don't know if you felt it, but I definitely felt it. So thank you so much to the guides for this. And if you have any questions for the guides, you can always leave them in the comments box. And as always, we're sending you so much love. Thank you.